Wow. So today I found this red eye filter that I wanted to try and wear for my life. So, I'm coming to you for day 36 of 366 days of a year and a day journey of showing up and sharing my message and creating a sacred sanctuary space online, wherever we are together, whether it's live or on replay. So, yeah, today has been an interesting day. I spent it mostly resting. It felt like my physical body needed to rest, even though I was doing things and working, but I was doing it in the resting place. Like I literally worked today from my bed, and my 12-year-old actually stayed home, and yeah, she wasn't feeling well, so we just spent a day in my bed, and it just felt amazing actually. So, there's just always this contemplative state of mind that we often find ourselves in. A contemplative state of mind that is like a meditative or meditation, where you're not really distracted by whatever is happening in outside of yourself, whatever is happening on the 3D reality, in the way that you're able to hold peace, you're able to hold your alignment and be in grace, and to sit tall and to walk tall, and to breathe, and to stay confident and calm and at peace, and to not be triggered or controlled by anything external. So yeah, it's been an interesting day of resting, contemplating, and working, and spending time with my daughter, just doing all the things together. And so today, just feeling into a few things, and the message that I want to share today, just really feeling. I love to journal as well. So if you desire to connect deeper to your inner essence, I would invite you to journal, and just to journal from the heart, to journal stream of consciousness. I was actually, for a few years, I was in a religion, and there was a tradition there to write in the diary, like it was writing in a diary. So, there wasn't really anyone guiding you on how to journal or how to, write in a diary. And just diary itself has like this, a box, like diary is just like this understanding of, that's, I don't know, I just don't know. For me, diary is basically, at the end of the day, just write about what your day was like, what you did, and like if your children did this or that, like just, there's not really this stream of consciousness, sacred conversation happening in the diary. You write your secrets in there, and I don't even know, right? Journal is a little bit different. Journal is where you just sit down, you take a pen and paper, or you type. You don't have to write, or you don't have to type. It could be one or the other. You can take notes on your phone. Like, it doesn't have to be anything specific. You choose what works for you. And there's just so much magic and wisdom comes out of you when you sit down and you start writing. Hey Tristan, hey Kathy. I am wearing a Facebook filter, red eyes. So just so you know, I didn't just all of a sudden put some kind of red contacts in, I guess, or yeah, I don't know what would that be, but anyway, yeah, just journaling, and there's always so much that comes out and comes through, and I love to share what comes through. Thank you. Thank you, Tristan. Yeah, I see you, brother. Thank you so much, and thank you for being there in the world and sharing your divine message. And so, yeah. Anyway, so what I was feeling today, having my day, feeling into current circumstances on the planet, right? How they trigger so many emotions in so many of us. You know, a lot of people are sad. A lot of people are feeling sad. I haven't yet met anyone who is angry or hateful. You know, they're sad and very compassionate, and so many emotions are being triggered right now on the planet, in the collective. We're all feeling sadness, right? And even though we don't react to a certain emotion, we are still feeling other people's anger, other people's fears, other people's depressions, yes, other people's hatred too. We see it. We're not blind to it. We see the violence, right, that's happening. And also we see the lies that are happening too. Like, we see the truth that is also hidden and is not shown. So all these emotions are truly triggering and reawakening the collective sleeping cells. The collective sleeping cells for all of us right now are being awakened, which means that all the good aspects of our sleeping cells are waking up, and also all the bad aspects are being triggered in Okay, so if you go into the darkness where there's monsters hiding and you shine a bright light, what are the monsters going to do? They're gonna either lash at you from fear, or they're gonna back away in the corner and hide in more fear. So it's like, as these sleeping cells are awakening on the planet, all of it is awakening. All of the goodness, and also this anger and hatred and fear and sorrow and sadness. This is the shift. This is the up-leveling of the planet Earth. Hello, Peter John. So it's like the initiation and the transformation that is happening on the planet right now, because so many people are awakening to the true understanding that we can choose peace, we can choose love, and we can send blessings, and we can be in the contemplative, meditative state of mind every moment. It doesn't have to be just for 1 hour a day in the morning, right? When we do our yoga practice. That's not all that we can do. We can continue that connection with everything that we do, every person we speak to. And so there are people waking up to this understanding of these high vibes, this bliss that comes with reuniting with self, which means reuniting with God, reuniting with the creator energy, which is pure bliss and joy and peace and love and no fear and confidence, and that inner knowing that we are here for more and we're here to do more and we're here to stand for something. I always speak on this. What do you stand for? What do you stand for? Stand for something that was your most painful wound. That's where your medicine is. And that's what we came here to bring through and to help and assist each other. And so there are so many of us right now who are praying, who are offering all of our practices for the benefit of all living beings, to ease the suffering in the world that is happening globally. It's not just the wars. There's so much fear. You know, I was even thinking today, I am Russian, and there's still people who I meet who are shocked they are meeting a Russian, because there was so much conditioning against Russian people. There was so much fear against Russian people. And you know, Russians, they're kind of showing up that way, right? Like I've been told so many times that I intimidate people, that, you know, I don't come up, like, I don't know, it's maybe the Russian in me, but the conditioning of hatred, you know, towards Russian people is a real thing. It's a real thing. The United States of America was conditioned to be afraid of Russia, and in return, Russia was conditioned to be afraid of the United States. I grew up being afraid. I grew up of nuclear bombs coming from United States. And also, I grew up feels like in the war zone, like I was conditioned. Like if I think back, I feel like I went through a siege of Leningrad, and every single movie I watched was about World War II, and they kept remaking the movies about more World War II, is more bombing, and my grandmother on the roof, you know, during the siege time, throwing the mines off the roofs to save, like, it's just like all these stories that it's always, yeah, it's like, it's a whole other timeline. I left it when I was 20 years old, but growing up and being raised in Russia, I see it now from a higher perspective, from the lens of the divine. Like, I see how we were all conditioned to live these lives that are like, it's a war, it's an inner war, and like this intensity, and also so much honor and loyalty and devotion. You know, Russian and Ukrainian people are so devoted. There's like this ancient power in those nations. And I stand for both. Like, I stand for brothers and sisters of one nation. And also with this awakening, we are realizing that all of us are one nation, one family. That these nation states, countries, people, separation is not real. It's another conditioning upon the planet. So this current situation is here to awaken our realization that we are all one. We can choose to not see the borders in between us. And we can see that in each nation there are people there are lights. They are merging with us now, and we are becoming this grid of light. Like we are the grid of light across the globe, across the earth, to bring the awakening and to assist each other. And we're all beautiful, kind, open-hearted people who desire to bring peace on earth, peace to humanity. Like awakening one person means so much more, like being that frequency of peace in the world. And to also see that even though we're like all thrown all around the world in different continents and cities, there's this Russian journalist that I listened to. He's incredible. He was a journalist. He's an ex-journalist, and now he woke up he saw the corruption, and he woke up and he speaks about, the real truth in the world. And when he does his live transmissions of peace and understanding of what is really happening on the planet, the big plan, he receives messages from people who are in bunkers. They are in Ukraine, they are in bunkers, and there's bombing upstairs, and they are at peace, and they're listening on their phones. They're listening to peace, to the words of wisdom, to the words of awakening and realization of why we're here and this is the initiation on the planet of old world dying. And it's like a physical 3D manifestation of what needs to die, this painful transformation and death. Yes, thank you so much for your energy and for your love. And yeah, and just feeling into how we are all these beings of light, assisting the current circumstances by creating and regenerating peace and sending peace and understanding what we're here to bring. Yes, death and rebirth. Yes, exactly. And knowing my country, it is so corrupt. It is so corrupt. I mean, if you get pulled over by a cop for nothing, you can pay him $100 and they'll let you go, because nobody wants to pay their ticket for some reason. Like, you can buy anything you want with money and chocolate and an expensive bottle of alcohol. There's so much corruption in that country. The women are completely put on pedestals. They're used, they're abused. And there's one thing I did take from my country, and I honor it and I love it. And there's such ancient wisdom and ancient power that lives in those lands. One thing I really got out of that was how holy your family is. Your family is holy. And that is just like this one anchored inner strength. And we are a family, like on the planet. That sacred union, the divine union. It's holy. It truly is like holy, sovereign, divine, God, goddess, like this feminine and masculine energies of creation of all of the universe. that are awakening through all of these circumstances in humanity, through our minds, and our hearts are broken open. When we are sad, our hearts are broken. And that's when we write the most authentic poems and stories, and that's when we dance with the most passion, when we create, and it births from pain, right? And there's so much pain right now caused by stirred up anger, fear, and hatred, and people are being played against each other, against our own brothers and sisters. When did we allow that to turn on each other? That is not okay. That is not God. That is not God's doing. That is not humanity. We are not here to, we are actually here to wake up from that and to help each other, like shake each other up. Wake up, exactly. That is not love. That is the opposite. That is fear. That is the opposite. And fear, do you know where fear vibrates? Down there, like down there at our feet. You know, it's not even worth it. You know, it's what is really worth it is to keep waking up to more peace, to regenerating more peace. And so all of our light reflections that are creating this net, hey Stacy, we are light all around the globe. We are creating a net. We are holding the earth in our embrace. We are shining our light. We are awakening each other more, right? So when we see what's happening in the world over here, and then like how everything is affected, and there's like this death is happening, death of all that is corrupt, all that is judging, angry, fear-mongering, abusive in any way, like it has to die, but before it dies, it's gonna show up. It's gonna show up and be lived through people. And we need to realize the people who are living these timelines are here to support the transformation that is happening on the planet. You know, we chose what we're here to do. There's some brave and courageous beings that are here reliving or living these low vibrational, transformational, destructive energy. So, right, like there's destruction happening in order for rebirth. And so a destructive force is not pleasant. It is angry and it is hateful and ugly. And it's afraid, and it's like this monster in the dark that lashes at you the moment you shine a light, you know. And it's like, how do you show up? Do you show up afraid, or do you show up confident, standing for what you know is true? Hey Zara, my loves, thank you for being here. So yeah, just this current situations are stirring this painful, necessary destruction that is happening in the 3D reality. So this transformation is actually not only happening inside, it's happening outside through people. Through people, it's like this density of the world. The 3D world is dance. These low vibrations are dense. The first, second, the third energy centers are dense. There's a lot of wounding here, and pain and anger and fear and shame and guilt. So it's like we are reliving this right now in order to rise, like we rise to the heart. The heart is where we want to bring all the wounds. The heart where we want to bring the fear, Peter John. I'm not sure which name is your first. And so They're both beautiful names, by the way. I love them both. Reminds me of service, you know, beautiful service to the divine. So bringing the fear into the heart and remembering who you are. You are love. You are divine love. You are born from love. And where there is love, there's no fear. Where there is love, there's no fear. Yeah, I love it. One name. So healing the fear with the heart. And it doesn't mean that the fear will go away. It just means you become stronger each time you press through. In my yoga practices with the warrior, I like to visualize, you know, a warrior practice rising. This is my battle. I have a shield, I have a sword of discernment, of strength, of power. And you overcome the fear like the demon. You slash their head like a demon head with love, with compassion, with that energy of transformation and destruction, because we can destruct with love and compassion. And we can also distract and destroy the demons who are here to destroy with vengeance and with manipulation and using the living beings for their plans. And so those who live in those low vibrational timelines, unfortunately, if I can say it that way, they are living this low vibrational transformational lives, and eventually they will live off, like they will just leave this old paradigm with the old paradigm, right? So our new generation of young kids, they're going to be incredible. Like they're going to be amazing what they're going to bring into the world. And remembering, yes, the union in the family is holy. And that's so internal holiness of this union within the mother, the father, the child. And so this beautiful transformation is coming and it's happening, and it's like an initiation upon all of us. All that no longer serves us is leaving. The new earth is here. The new paradigm is here. And of course, it's not going to happen like this. It's going to, over time, things will become better. Things are going to change and better into the new world, new vibration, new paradigm, new bliss, and new realms. And we are guided. We are guided and supported. Thank you. Thank you for your tears. I understand. It's the soul that cries, the deep tears of connection and remembrance. This is remembrance of who we are. Thank you for being here so much. Hey, Led Robster Von Goldsmith. Watch me on replay. I think I'll watch it too, just for myself. Thank you for being here. So much love, and thank you for trusting in the message that's coming through, and for your precious time and energy. I'm sending you so much love, so many blessings, and always devoting every word for the benefit of all of humanity. That's the way to live. And standing strong, not a pushover, standing strong. So thank you. Namaste. Blessed be. Om Shanti Om. Peace, peace, peace for all. Blessed be.